Putin, stop this war and stop lying to your people. You started this war in physical form. Yes, you feel pressed by NATO because more and more countries got a NATO membership. Yes, and that was not fair because that was not what you have agreed after the Second World War. No. And there was some people in Russia you do not feel that were treated with respect. But to make a war cannot and will not and will never solve a conflict or a solution or take away the hurted feelings. Now everyone in the whole Europe and the whole country are hurted and poor and full of hate, and all people around the borders of between Ukraine and Russia are full of hate and anger and revenge and PTSD, and destroyed people in Russia coming home making suicide, people in Ukraine after the war making suicide, Russian soldiers coming home shoot other people, innocent people in the street, because they cannot control themselves, because you have let out murders and criminals from the prisons, and now they're running around in the streets shooting your own people. And people with PTSD are shooting themselves or hurting their wives, or killing their wives or whatever in an awful way, because they are not getting any help. And they have done awfully things towards other people, their neighbors in Ukraine. And Ukraine people and soldiers are destroyed for good, because they have been tortured 2 years in a Russian military camp or whatever. And you have hurted each other both ways, yeah. Because what? Because you, Putin, cannot say with your mouth that you are hurt and sorry and angry. You have started this war. In 2026, you shall stop this war, and then you shall start to speak to Europe, not to Trump, speak to Europe and speak to Ukraine and say what you heard about and say what you need. And you do not need Donbass to go to the sea. You can just ask if you can. Your lorries must drive through Donbass to go to the sea. And we need a buffer zone in Donbass. I will lead that. And that will be for both Ukraine and Russian people. Yeah. And you will stay in Russia, and Europe will stay in Europe and the rest of Ukraine. And Donbass shall be a buffer zone where both Ukraine and Russian people are welcome to live as they want. Thank you.